to the show. All right, Le Bernardin is one of the best restaurants in the entire world. It has spent 3 decades at the top of the New York City food scene. It has 3 Michelin stars. And it has upheld a 4-star review from the New York Times for over 2 decades.
And now, its legendary chef and co-owner is making his signature cuisine accessible to home cooks everywhere with his latest cookbook, Seafood Simple. Please join us in welcoming the one and only Eric Ripert.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Bienvenue, chef.
I'm very happy to be with you.
Thank you.
We're delighted to have you here. We want to start off with a pop culture question because it feels like in TV and movies, I'm thinking about the bear and the menu. It feels like they're lifting the curtain on what it takes to run a fine dining establishment. Is any of it true? How hard is it?
It's a lot of fantasy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I like the bear, and I'm following the season. The acting is actually amazing, but to me, it's surreal.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. How so?
Because the restaurants cannot be chaotic like that. In a kitchen, you cannot have people screaming and losing their temper and freaking out, basically. It doesn't work like that. We have a kitchen at Le Bernardin with 75 cooks, and they're very focused on what they're supposed to do.
Is it quiet?
It's very peaceful, and only one person speaks at the time, which is the chef, me. So it's a bit surreal for me. And then the menu is a caricature and it's a very good caricature, a satire of what sometimes happens in fine dining when the chef goes a little bit...
And same with the customers, though. Same with the diners. It rips them, too.
The diners, too, because they accept everything, including... And we don't want to spoil the end of the movie, but you know.
Wow. You're just making me think of famous chefs on TV who do a lot of screaming. But anyway.
Yes, well, those ones, shame on them.
You heard it here first.
I won't say the name.
Neither will I. Let's talk about a lot of people at home, when they think of cooking seafood, it can be very, very intimidating. It could go wrong. So how does your book demystify the whole process?
Sure. I wanted to do this book because I hear a lot of the time people saying, oh my God, I don't know how to cook seafood. And people say, I don't really like seafood. And I'm asking why. And they all had the same experience. They went to the store, the fish was stinky, they cooked, the house was stinky, nobody wanted to touch the food, the kids were mad. And it's because it's so important to go to the source, which is the store, the fishmonger or the supermarket or anywhere you find seafood, and to know the tricks, how to find fresh seafood. And that is very, very essential.
So you're picking it yourself, you're not sending somebody else to pick it for you. Is this true? We want to make sure about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in the book, we give tips.
Oh, that's fantastic.
A lot of tips. And, but the ultimate tip is that you take the seafood, you put it under your nose. It shouldn't be fishy or smelly. It should be high tide, sea breeze, not low tide.
I love that.
Right?
See? I think low tide's like, ugh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
High tide's like, whoo.
That reason alone to buy your book. Okay, we love those tips. We are going to taste a bunch of your delicious dishes in just a moment, but first you're going to start us off with something yourself you're going to prepare.
Sure.
And these are salmon rillettes, or salmon rillettes.
Yes.
So what is this? And tell us what you're going to do.
So salmon rillette is a French term to say salmon spread, but it sounds good. It sounds good in French, right?
Yes.
Rillette. It's basically poached salmon with smoked salmon that has been chopped.
Okay.
So we're mixing it together. Some chives.
Ooh, so pretty. Love
some
that.
salt, because salt, of course, brings flavor. Pepper. I'm not shy on the salt.
No, neither am I.
Lemon juice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We go like that.
I love how unprecious you are about this.
My mother is feverishly writing this down, right?
Mayonnaise.
Yes. Wow. Oh my
Mayonnaise
gosh.
makes everything better, right?
Wow. Look at this.
So again, we're not shy.
We're not shy. This looks amazing.
And then I'm gonna mix it with a fork like that.
Okay.
And then it turns into this.
It's going to turn into what you have, the spread.
So we have
Yes.
the magic of television. We already have our own. Shall we
It's
dig in?
right. You can dig in.
When
yeah.
we dig in,
Put
I'm
it on
going
the
to ask
toast.
you a personal question. I'm always fascinated
Yes.
with chefs of your caliber. There are very few, of course.
Yes.
But what is your...
No, there's a lot.
There are. But what is your favorite alone time dinner? Like, no one's around. You get to have whatever you want. You're just a boy eating something delicious. What's it going to be?
Well, if it's at 1 o'clock in the morning when, you know, I'm
Getting home.
getting home, have a glass of wine, maybe a scotch. I go to the fridge, I have some chorizo, camembert, right? Some baguette.
So like bread, meat, and cheese, essentially.
Yes,
Oh my God,
something
that's
like that.
Oh my God,
Now-
I love that dinner.
I love that.
So you see, we did the spread.
This
It's
I'm gonna
gorgeous.
try.
It's done.
We tried it in our own bowl and it is
Look at this,
amazing.
you
So
guys.
we're gonna keep digging in. Phenomenal.
Incredible.
Tastes phenomenal. Let's move
High
on.
tide, high tide.
I thought, right?
Yeah, high-tide fish. We're going to move on to some other dishes, Chef. I'm
Sure.
going to dig into that in a second. The next one is mussels marinière rosé.
Yes.
So what is it and how did you prepare it?
So mussel marinière, so we have them here. It's basically shallots, white wine, rosé wine. That's why we do it rosé.
Rosé.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes I do it with white, but for the book I use rosé because it was the summer. And then you basically cover the pot, you wait 3 minutes, they open,
Oh my gosh, it's
and
incredible.
that's it, and you eat them.
Well, this recipe calls for debearded mussels.
Yes, so those ones are not debearded,
Okay.
as you can see.
So
You
I'm going to
still-
try to do it. The last thing I debearded was my chin last night. But I'm going to give this a try. And you let me know if I'm doing it right.
Not yet.
There? Did I get it?
Well, you went the wrong way.
I went the wrong way! So,
You do the same,
like this?
yes, and now, yes, like this.
Oh!
That's the right way.
I got it. So down, put the top down.
Yes.
And pull down.
And you go like, exactly.
It would be good to have nails, like longer
Well, you,
fingernails.
what,
Yeah.
you go like this.
I'm learning how to
Okay.
debeard.
Like this,
There.
and you pull.
Oh my God.
That's it. It's done.
Okay.
And you try to buy debearded mussels if
Yeah.
you can, so you don't have to do that at home.
Right, there we
It's
go.
kind of
True.
relaxing, though. Yeah.
You got to try these mussels. By the way, they're amazing.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
Phenomenal. You tried the mussels because we're always now going to move on to the halibut, which is next.
Yes.
It's called halibut en papillote.
Yes.
And you prepared this in tin foil.
Yes,
Okay, so why does cooking in tin foil work for you?
it works. Well, this is the halibut en papillote.
Oh,
it's so beautiful.
It's out, so you can serve it in a tin foil, which is I don't recommend. Remove it and put it in
Okay.
a plate. But tin foil is so easy. Everybody has it at home.
Oh,
Then you
beautiful.
can fold. You say foil it. Fold it.
Yeah, it's
Fold it, whip.
Absolutely
Fold it.
correct.
Fold
Yeah.
it easily. If not, you can do it also with parchment paper.
Okay.
And it's a bit more difficult. It's the same result. So I use
Whatever you find first.
whatever I
kind of?
have at
Yeah.
home, and the fish cooks is in its own juice. It has tomatoes underneath, so you get the juice of the tomatoes, the fish,
Wow.
a bit of white wine,
And it stays
at the
so
end,
fresh.
at the end, a bit of basil, fresh basil.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'm so sad to say this, but we're moving on to our final dish, which
Yes.
is tuna carpaccio, and it looks absolutely stunning. Tell us about this.
So tuna carpaccio, you need, of course, beautiful tuna. This is a good indication that the tuna is fresh when you have this color. When the tuna is brown, or it doesn't look like very vibrant,
Maybe no.
leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it
alone.
But you take the tuna, you pound it with a plastic film on top.
Okay.
With a pounder, or if you don't have a pounder, you use a pen or anything to make it very thin like this. And then you put it in a plate. Don't forget to remove the plastic. Salt, pepper, olive oil, chives. At the very last second, lemon juice, because the lemon juice cooks the fish.
Right.
And you eat it
And
with
that's it.
toast, and that's it.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, there's such beauty in the simplicity of it. Oh my goodness. Eric, thank you so much for being with us today. It was such a pleasure
Beautiful.
to chat with you and to taste your delicious food. We really enjoyed it. Please come back.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Seafood Simple is available now, and good news for our studio audience. Eric is sending everyone home with your own copy. Hey there. there. What did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.